should be up there now. Yeah, that'd be great.
Sorry, I'm just turning my volume way up for blow everybody's mind.
There you go, Bobby. Got her now, bud.
Yeah, it looks like
Okay. Good, I'm just doing that. Okay.
actually no, it doesn't. Does it?
No?
Maybe. Maybe I need to learn how to use it.
There it is. Yep.
Okay.
One in this way. Three.
That was Coach Simon.
Pitch count for Bobby, 17-1-7. Now batting, number 15, Noah Kiley.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Game 2 here in the District 7 Playdowns between the Kingston Colts and the Brockville Braves here in the minor division. My name is Jacob Ewing as we're, well, already off and underway here in the top of this first inning. Had a little bit of issues, but we're all good. And, well, the Colts have gone off to an early and hot start, a 3-0 lead already here with runners both in scoring positions at third and second base, so still trying to capitalize on it. And so, as I said, we started a little late, but wow, thankful we're underway now. That one's going to be outside for a ball. So at the mound as the starting pitcher tonight for the Braves is Bobby Phillips. And I was just trying to find his rhythm here. He's already given up 3 runs here early on against a hard-hitting Kingston team. That ball's going to be popped up right into the center field. And it's going to find the gap between left and center. One run's going to score, and it'll be an RBI single for, that was number 15 who got contact on that one. Noah Kiley. So
Now batting,
RBI single now
number 11,
adds to the Colts
James
tally. It's 4-0
Mills.
going the Kingston way. We move on in the order to James Mills, and we'll see what James could do here with a runner and base it away in scoring position over at third and one at first, both in the corners. That ball's going to be out for ball number 1. Get free from the catcher. Kiley's going to advance to second, and they'll do that successfully. So now we'll have 2 runners in scoring positions here for the Colts, who are trying to get off to an early and hot start here. It's already up by 4. James Mills at the plate. He's 0-1 down the count. A nice little chop, but couldn't find contact. Swing and a miss. Strike number 1. And we'll go 1-1 after that. So a 1-1 count with Mills as he couldn't find contact on that last swing. This one delivered outside off the plate. Runners are not going to decide to go. Good decision there from Ben Unsworth, who took a little glance over at home plate, and the catcher going to retrieve the ball and decided to not go. So runners will stay where they are, and we'll take ball number 2 for Mills at the plate and go 2-1 after that last one to the Colts. This is game number 2. Yesterday was game number 1, and they took a 20-2 win over the Braves, taking a 1-0 lead in the series. So I believe if they win today, that will be the end of it, and they will be the District 7 champions. We'll have a swing and a miss again from Mills, and so an opportunity for Phillips to find a strikeout here if he can deliver one more through the zone. He's had James chasing twice. We'll see if he can make it happen. On the 2-2 pitch, Phillips winds and delivers. Strike 3, the call, and the punch out for Bobby as he's able to find it. And strikeout James Mills sends him back to the dugout, and we move on to the order.
Number 77, Graydon McMillan.
So Graydon McMillan, the next batter here for the Colts, will take up to the plate, but Bobby will see if he can start to string a couple of strikeouts together. This one delivered, swung on and missed. Strike number 1 against McMillan, as he wasn't able to find contact, just a little low on the swing. And so it starts to feel like Bobby getting into a little bit of a rhythm here as he's starting to find himself. So we resume back at the plate. It's an 0-1 count. This pitch slung in there, swung on and missed. It's a high one. Graydon couldn't find contact. He's 0-2 down just like that. He's been aggressive so far at the plate, but hasn't been able to find any sort of contact. An opportunity for Bobby, who's 0-2 in the count, to find back-to-back strikeouts. So wind and deliver. Swung on and missed. Strike number 3 to end the inning. Back-to-back strikeouts to do so. Bobby Phillips comes up big, leaves runners stranded at third and second, and they'll get out of it, but the Colts did their damage early.
28. At the end of the top half of the inning, Kingston 4. Brockville
So the
comes to
Colts
plate.
convert on 4 runs here early on and take an early lead, but it will be the Braves in the bottom of the inning taking to the bats, and well, we'll see if they can get their offense going as well. They're down in the series right now, facing elimination, and well, they would not want to go down early. They want to see how long they can hold on for, keep this game nice and close, and not let it get out of hand like it might have yesterday. We'll see who's going to be the starting pitcher for the Colts. It will be number 12, it looks to be then, as Graham Carter in the starter's position here as he looks to get Kingston to a hot start and keep this lead that they established here in the top of the inning.
Different from our provincials. These guys have a 5-run mercy. Okay. The 6th inning, they can score 10. Even if the games that they did like that yesterday, you play the 6th inning. Right? Just some different rules.
Yeah, we'll keep.
Oh, yeah.
We'll let you
We'll
know.
let you know, yeah. Just let Emmett know that too, because. Okay, now get a break. Now the professional rules.
Yeah.
Over here on the mic. There you go.
Tried to do it, but it went down with the solids on my phone.
Is it McGurn or McGrin? McGurn? McGurn.
McGurn. And so we'll get the bottom of the first inning underway in just moments time. Leading things off looks to be number 35, Weston McGurn. And so he'll step up to
Leading
the
up
plate.
for the Brockville Braves in the bottom of the first, number 35, Weston McGurn.
So we'll see what Weston can do here as he looks to lead things off for the Braves successfully. So he'll step up to the plate and we'll wait pitch number 1 from Graham. He'll sling this one in there and strike number 1. That one hits the inside of the strike zone. And so Weston goes down 0-1 in the count as Graham able to hit it early.
Griffey, run these together.
So 0-1. This one delivers. Swung on a miss from Weston. Couldn't find contact again. We'll go strike number 2, and just like that, it's 0-2 going the Colts' way. An opportunity to lead things off with a strikeout. We'll see if Graham can deliver. He'll wind and fire. Off the plate for ball number 1. A great take there from Weston as that one was close. He'll step out the box, regroup, and step back in for a battle. 1-2 the count. Graham still an opportunity. Swung on and missed. Strike number 3 against Weston. A leadoff strikeout for the Colts.
Now batting number 27, Cameron Raisin.
So we'll have 1 down, 2 to go here. And a successful way for the Colts to start the inning. We'll move on to Cameron Raisin. We'll see what Cameron can do here with his first at bat in this game. He's going to show bunt. We'll see if he pulls away, though. He won't. He'll make contact. It will be fair contact. It's a slow roller right to the mound. Throw to first. In time for out number 2 as they're able to beat Cam to first base. And so just like that, a strikeout
Now
and a
batting
ground out
number 8, Mason
for the Braves.
Knapp.
And they're down to their final out here. It's Mason Knapp. We'll see if what Mason can do here. He'll call time, step back into the box, and down to their final out here for the Braves, who are trying to get the inning off. Started successful. He'll find contact and foul it back at the fence. A good cut by Mason, but just couldn't find square contact on it. So he'll resume back at the plate. He'll start this count off 0-1. So 0-1 count as Graham Carter has looked hot from the mound. That one's also going to find contact, but he's going to foul that one off the third base line. So back-to-back good chops from Mason, but hasn't been able to find one in fair territory. We'll see if he can finally make it 3rd time's the charm. 0-2 the count. Graham a chance to end the inning. This one slid in there. Strike number 3 to end the first inning just like that. The Braves go 3 up, 3 down, and the Colts will head back to the bats in the top of the 2nd, and it was a very dominant inning from Kingston here
Pitch
early
count
on.
for Graham Carter,
But thankfully for the Braves, it's a long game, so they'll take back to the field, look to shut down even more offense for the Colts as they'll try to extend their lead.
Brockville, no score.
And we'll see the Braves hit the defensive side of the ball and then go back to the offense in the bottom of the inning as they're down by 4 early on and want to keep it as close as possible in an elimination game, Game 2 of the District 7 Playdowns here in Kingston, Ontario. And so we'll see Bobby Phillips back at the mound. For another inning of work. We'll see if he can get off to. He ended the inning very successfully with back-to-back outs, but it was at start of the inning after they got the first one where the Colts really got running and scored, well, a couple runs. So probably 4 to be exact. So to lead things off, we'll be get a number just in a second there from the Colts. I believe it will be number 13, Reese Forber. So Reese in the leadoff spot here for the Colts, and we'll see if he can get his inning off started successfully as he'll step up just in a moment's time.
Leading off for the Colts in the top of the second, number 13, Reese Forbes.
So we'll see what Reese Forbes can do here. So Reese will lead things off. And will be the first batter to face Bobby here in the top of the second inning. So we'll get it underway here. Pitch number 1 delivered in there outside and away of Forbes. So we'll start this count off 1-0. Going Forbes' way in his first at-bat here in this game. And Bobby trying to get into a rhythm just like he was in at the end of that top of the first inning, down on the dirt though for ball number 2. So Reese in a 2-0 count now as he both those balls went his way. That one will find contact, will ride the third base line. Scooped, can't be controlled though from the third baseman. It will be a base hit for Reese Forbes. He takes off to first and gives the Colts a runner to advance. They'll try to get him into a scoring position.
Nick Snyder.
There's Nick Snyder. Where's George Springer's number? And has his walk-up song. So we'll see what Nick can do here. He'll take ball number 1 outside. We'll get away from the catcher. The runner's now going to make the sprint over to second base, and he'll get there in time. So a successful steer there from Reese. Gets him over to second. So now runner in scoring position here for the Colts. We'll see if Nick can find some contact. That one will be outside for ball. So a 2-0 count early on is Bobby has struggled to find the strike zone here early. So a 2-0 count for Nick early on. He'll find contact, but it will just be a little tip back, and we'll see strike number 1 as he wasn't able to get any solid contact on it. So we'll have a 2-1 count as Nick just got a nick on that ball. This one delivered up high, still takes a chop and can't find contact. Strike number 2. And so just like that, Bobby has battled back. It's a 2-2 count and an opportunity for Bobby to find the strikeout here. We'll see if he can deliver and make his first one of the inning. It'll be over top of Schneider's head, though. And we'll have a full count here. And a huge pitch incoming from Bobby. As a wind and fire just off the plate for ball number 4. So Nick will take over to first. Also, runner will advance to third as that one wasn't able to be concealed from the catcher. So
number 42, Asher Dewick.
Runners in the corners here for the Colts. A base hit away from adding to the tally. Asher Dewick at the plate. We'll see what Asher can do has an opportunity to pick himself up an RBI. Pitch number 1 slung in there, up high and away for ball number 1. And Nick making the sprint over to second. He'll slide in there. Very slick and be safe and sound at second base. So makes 2 runners now in scoring position for the Colts. An even better opportunity for Asher to do some damage. That one's down in the dirt and inside, but runner at third. Reese will just take a couple of steps forward and make his way back to third base. So we'll start this count off 2-0 off back-to-back balls for Asher. As he's got control of this count, he'll find contact on that one. Chopped right to the shortstop in the glove successfully. He'll take a look around, won't make the decision. It's an RBI single for Asher and the Colts as they increase the lead to 5.
Now batting number 3, Landon Nichols.
So just like that, the Colts have increased the lead to 5. Runner will stay at second. That ball's going to be hooked just out into right field. Get past the right fielder's glove. Nick's going to come around third, and Asher's going to be waved all the way. He comes from first. He'll be waved around, and well, that ball will just be tossed around the outfield, and 2 runs will score for Landon as he picks himself up 2 RBIs and a double. The Colts extend the lead to 7 now as they have started to tally it up
25, Quinn
and get to the
Simpson.
bats early. We'll go back to the top of the order here for Kingston. To Quinn Simpson. We'll see what Quinn can do here with a runner over at second in a scoring position, but they've really got to the bats early, so we'll see if he's able to convert on him. He takes ball number 1 as that one was inside by the hands. And we'll start this count off 1-0 going his way. That one's going to be behind his head, going to free from the catcher, hit the backstop. Landon's going to see the opportunity to run, and he'll take it. A successful steal gets him over to third and puts him a base hit away from converting another one, so. So 2-0 count after that last pitch was tossed over top of the head of Simpson. This one delivered in there inside. He realized it too, so he holds the swing. And we'll see a 3-0 count after he takes 3 balls in a row for Quinn. An opportunity to get a walk here and put runners in the corners for the Colts, who have started this inning off on a heater, scoring 3 runs already and still have 0 outs here. So a 3-0 count. This one needs to be good from Bobby. He'll be just, well, tossed in there outside and away for ball number 4. So Simpson will take over to first and put runners in the corners here for the
now
Colts.
Batting number 7, Jack Payne.
And so the Braves need to figure something out here. The run's starting to add up for the Colts, and it's still early on. Jack Payne, the batter here for the Colts. We'll see what Payne can do.
Count at 43.
Nice little swap of the balls out momentarily. Bobby not liking that last one, so he'll take Mac to the mound. We'll see what Phillips can do here. So Phillips still looking for out number 1. He'll wind and fire this one up high of Payne. Couldn't take there from Jack as he knew his strike zone, and that one was just above it as he got that one by the eyes. So a 1-0 count. Bobby slings that one in there. Contact for Payne, going to be hit right out to center field. Center field takes a few steps in and won't be able to connect it with the glove. Runner's going to come home from third, and Simpson will come all the way from first, from one corner to the next. And a hard hit double there from Jack Payne puts him at second base, and both runners in scoring positions.
Now batting number 99, Will Martin.
So Will Martin going to try to convert on a pair of runs here. As the Colts add to their tally, make it a 4-run inning already. They're 1 away from the mercy rule, so really the only run we're focused on is at third base, Quinn Simpson. So if they're able to convert, I believe that will do it for the inning. So Martin, number 99. We'll see if he hits as hard as Aaron Judge, though. That one's going to be outside for a ball. So we took that last ball inside. This one tossed in there over top of the head. A great catch there from the catcher to keep that ball in his control. So he'll keep runners from advancing, and nonetheless, though, Will definitely up in the count with a couple balls at least. That one slung in there on the outside of the plate for ball number 4. A 4-pitch walk will load the bases up for the Colts.
Now batting
As Will Martin
number
will take over to
16,
first.
Weston Hartzell.
So Weston Hartzell in the cleanup spot for the Colts will take to the plate, and I'll see what he can convert on. He's looking at Simpson over at third. We'll love to find him home. We'll see if they can make it happen. Ball number one will be down in the dirt, so we'll start this count off 1-0, going the way of Weston. This is a beautiful day out here in Kingston. A little bit of wind to keep these players nice and cool, but also not too cold of a wind, but it's still nice and sunny. So 1-0 count going the way of Weston. He'll find contact, but he'll just slice that one outside the first base line. And then we'll take strike number one in the count, as he wasn't able to find that one in fair territory. And so we'll move to a 1-1 count after that last pitch wasn't been able to find in fair. Someone's going to be above his head and get away from the catcher, and Simpson not even going to question if he's going to run home. He's just going to stay at third and wait for Weston to try to find some sort of gap. As I believe the Colts still have 3 outs to spare here in the top of the second inning, already converting on 4 runs to make it 8-0. Weston still looking for his pitch. That one off and away for another ball here. So Bobby needing to find a strike zone here. He's struggled a little bit at the start of this top of the second inning, so still time for him to find a groove though, as he's got himself in a pinch here with the bases being loaded. Fires this one in. Off and away once more. Ball number 4, and it will be the bases loaded walk as Quinn will come home. And that'll be the 5-run limit to make it 9-0. And that will do it for the top of the second inning as the Colts get to the mercy rule. A 5-run inning, make it 9-0. As we'll head to the bottom of the second with the Braves at the bats here. And well,
Pitch
being
count
now
for
in a
Phillips,
9-run game,
54.
one of the things that's going their way though is they have lots of time to do so. It's a 6-inning game, so by my calculations, they'll have 5 more innings of work to, well, slowly but surely work their way back into this game. They just need to get that first one. Once they get that first run, they can maybe get a rally going, just try to string a couple pairs of runs together, and we'll see if they can make it happen as we'll head to the bottom of the second inning with Graham Carter back at the mound for the Colts. And we'll await, I believe, leading things off will be Natalia DeYoung. So we'll see. What Natalia can do here. And so if you're watching at home, we apologize for the late start. My car wanted to start this morning, so we're just got here with a little bit of time to spare, but nonetheless, we did get it going in the first inning. We got to see the Colts score majority of their runs there, as they were able to convert on 4 runs in the first.
Leading off for the Braves in the bottom of the second inning, number 77, Natalia DeYoung.
So Natalia DeYoung in the leadoff spot here for the Braves. We'll see what she's able to do here as she'll step into the box for her first at bat, hitting in the cleanup spot here for the Braves. So, but they did go down 3 up, 3 down in the the bottom of the first. So she will be the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the second. Strike number 1 as she took that one high in the zone, but couldn't find contact. So she goes 0-1 down after that pitch. Carter gonna wind and fire outside for ball number 1. So we split the first 2 pitches, 1-1 in the count here. As Carter was phenomenal in the bottom of the first inning. He's looking to continue it here in the bottom of the second. Down in the dirt for ball number 2. Good take there from DeYoung. Make this a 2-1 count after that last pitch. Wasn't able to be located. So Carter takes a long look, fires that one in there, and just hits the inside of the strike zone. And so we'll split the first 4, 2-2. Huge pitch coming from Carter. Looking for a leadoff strikeout. He'll fire that one in. Swung on a miss from DeYoung. Strike number 3. And the punch out for Carter to lead his
Now
inning
batting
off
number
successfully.
4, Bobby Phillips.
And so we'll move on in the order to Bobby Phillips, the pitcher for the Braves here in the for the first 2 innings. So a pitcher versus pitcher battle. We'll see who's going to win it. Strike number 1 delivered from Carter as he had Phillips reaching there to try and get contact on that ball, but wasn't able to make any sort of connection. That one's fired in there. Will find connection on that one. That one's going to ride up the first base line, scoop from the first baseman, and touch the bag for out number 2. So 2 down, 1 to go
Pitch
here.
count for Carter, 16.
As the Colts have gone off to another hot start here
Now
out
batting
in the field,
number 2,
and especially from
Ethan
Graham
Kelly.
Carter. So we'll move on in the order to Ethan Kelly. We'll see what Ethan can do here as he tries to give the first base runner, tries to get a first base runner in this game for the Braves. We'll see if he can make it happen. We'll lay pitch number 1 in his first at-bat. Swung on and missed, just a little low on the chop for strike number 1. So an 0-1 count going Carter's way. He'll fire that one in there as well. Another swing and a miss from Kelly as that swing was just got the barrel just a little bit too low and wasn't able to find contact when he tried to swing up on it. So an 0-2 count going Graham's way. That one's going to find contact for Kelly and gets down before the center fielder of Asher. It's a base hit. Will he try to extend to? He will. The throw from the center fielder to second base is off the mark. A hard hit double from Ethan Kelly gets him in scoring position. And a huge
Now
hit
batting
there for the
number
Braves
17,
as they
Eddie
look to get on the
Stewart.
board. And so now they have a runner to work with. We'll see if they can work him around. We'll see what Eddie can do as he'll step up to the plate and try to potentially convert on the second base. Although pitch number 1 from Graham. Swung on and missed from Eddie as he tried to reach for that ball. Strike number 1. So an 0-1 count going Graham's way. As he still has an opportunity to get out of the inning with 2 outs. He gotta find contact on that one though. Out of the glove of the third baseman. Scoops it up. Fires it 5-3. Safe at first. He beats the throw. A beautiful hit there from Eddie to get himself a base hit and bring
Now
2
batting
runners on bases
number
here for the
9,
Braves.
Owen Rogers.
So after the Colts found a quick 2 outs, the Braves have done a phenomenal job and now have 2 runners on bases. We'll see if they can keep this maybe a bit of a rally going. It's Owen Rogers. He'll take ball number 1 as that one was tossed up high over the zone. And so we'll start things off with a 1-0 count going the way of Rogers. Graham winds and fires. Delivered right down the middle. Strike number 1 will go 1-1 as Owen didn't like that pitch. He just stares it down. So we'll go 1-1. Graham delivers that one as well. Strike number 2. Hits the outside corner of that strike zone away from Owen. And just like that, an opportunity for Graham to end the inning and leave runners stranded at second and first. We'll see if he can deliver. 1-2 pitch. Strike number 3 in the end of the bottom of the second inning as Graham's able to get himself out of it and keep this game at a 9-0 deficit going the Colts' way as they'll head back to the bats in the top of the
Pitch count for
third.
Carter after 2, 25. 2-5.
And so
At the end of 2, Kingston 9, Brockville no score.
we'll see if the Colts can get back to the offensive, how good they've been offensively in the first 2 innings. They've done a phenomenal job. They had the mercy rule at the 5 runs in the second, 4 runs in the first. We'll see how many they can deliver in the third. It will be Bobby Phillips back at the mound for another inning of work for the Braves as he'll look, well, to shut things down and try to keep this game as close as possible. As the Braves need this win, facing elimination here in the Playdowns. So
So that it's supposed to be announced, right? Like,
No, it's got to be announced. Like it doesn't have to be announced anytime.
okay, that's what
So
that's what I
why
thought
we
is that
try
they
to
were
give
always
you 5 or 6 pitches roughly, like anywhere. So we announced it at 16 in between batters. So then you got to kind of like if you know you're gonna try and get one more batter out of them,
Right.
then
Okay.
you can do that.
Okay.
Yeah. So you gotta.
So we
like,
can't expect an announcement then.
No.
'Cause this is okay. That's what I thought. Was that
No.
If you win sport, there's a little thing right in your dugout that's got the right, right, right. Okay.
But
we're not worried. I gotta grasp it.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, they got some screwy rules. I should say that on TV. I gotta get fired anyway. I don't care.
I don't.
I swear on the podcast, I do everything.
It's all right. Leading off for the Colts, top of the third, number 12, Graham Carter.
So the leadoff hitter will be Graham Carter. Pitched the first 2 innings for the Colts and has done a phenomenal job. We'll see what he can do on his second at-bat here. On the offensive side of the ball, he takes that first one as it just dipped down below the strike zone for ball number 1. And so he'll go up 1-0 in the count for Graham. So he'll step right back up to the plate. So 1-0 count. Bobby going to sling that one in there. Had a bit of pace on it, but just misses the spot. Strip ball number 2 is the call, as that one had a little bit of movement on it as well. It just moved inside, though, and just missed the strike zone. So a 2-0 count going the way of Graham. Bobby winds up and unloads just up high for ball number 3. So 3 pitches, 3 balls, hasn't been able to locate anything to puncture the zone. An opportunity for a leadoff walk here. If one more ball can come through, we'll see if Bobby can fight against it. Ball number 4 and a 4-pitch walk for Graham Carter to lead off the inning. He'll take over to first and
Now
give the Colts a runner to work
number
with.
27, Ben Unsworth.
So Ben Unsworth, the batter at the plate here, with a runner over at first. We'll see what type of contact Ben can find as he scored a run all the way back in the first. He'll take ball number 1 as he had to shuffle away to get away from that one. So we'll start this count off 1-0 going Ben's way.
That's pitch number 5-9.
So 59 pitches for Bobby through 2 innings of work, and he's just getting started here in the third. This one delivered from Ben. Up high, strike number 1. The call is that one just nicks the top corner of the strike zone. So Ben takes strike number 1. I believe we're going to split the first 2 1-1. This pitch fired in there, bounces in the dirt, gets away from the catcher. Graham going to see an opportunity and make the slight little jog over to second base and advance himself with an opportunity to score now. So Ben will step back up to the plate, runner over at second. That one's going to be fired over his head, get free from the catcher again. And now Graham going to go from one corner to the next, and the catcher just going to hold on to it. So a successful double steal here for Graham. He goes from first to third, and now a base hit away for getting the running started here for the Colts in the top of the third inning. We'll see if Ben can pick himself up an RBI. Swings high and misses high. Strike number 2. He tried to find heavy connection on that ball. Couldn't make it, though. And just like that, we'll have a full count here and a huge payoff pitch here from Bobby. This one fired in there. Ball number 4 on the payoff pitch. Ben will take a hard sprint over to first. We'll have runners in the corners
Now
here for the
batting
Colts.
Number 15, Noah Kiley.
So Noah Kiley, the batter here, with
That was 64 pitches.
an opportunity to pick himself up an RBI. So the lefty will step into the box and get ready to go here. Still no outs to start the top of the third. That pitch fired in there, off and away. Ben going to see an opportunity to make the run over to second. Time was called, so. And so we're actually going to have a pitching change here, as that will be the end of Bobby Phillips' outing at the mound. Pitched 2 innings of work, and he'll take over to left field, and we'll have a new pitcher come into this game for the Braves. That'll be number 9, Owen Rogers. And we'll see if Rogers can get off
Now
to a hot
pitching
start
for
here.
Braves, number 9, Owen Rogers.
So I believe you had 2 leadoff, back-to-back walks here to lead off the top of the third inning. So we'll see if Rogers can start finding the strike zone here early on, as that's exactly what the Braves need. They just stopped this all these runs coming in the Colts' way as they're just getting themselves more and more of a commanding lead. So Rogers will finish up his warm-up pitches before he takes to the mound officially. And pitches pitch number one. He'll give his glasses off to coach, as he doesn't need them when he's at the mound.
Set yourself up.
And so when Owen is done, we'll resume with 2 runners in scoring positions at third and second for the Colts. Rogers comes into a situation where, well, he does have to be on his game pretty much early on, especially with runners this close to coming home. So we'll see if he can start pitching like that. It's a beautiful pitch there from Owen in one of his warm-up pitches. So he knew.
Help him out, defense.
I told Tori I want you to be thrown from a stroller.
There it is.
And so fans are loving it from Owen Rogers, and we'll get this game back underway here in the top of the third inning as Noah Kiley will take back into the box for his second at-bat here in this game. So we'll wait pitch number 1 from Owen. He'll wind and fire. He'll be off the plate for ball number 1 as he wasn't able to locate that one. And so we'll start this count off 1-0 as so step back up to the plate here. So pardon me, I believe Owen actually came into this count while Noah was already started. Strike as that one was delivered on the outside corner. So a 2-1 count as Owen's able to battle back. We'll see if he can find a pair more. 2-1. Going the Colts' way. Slow wind and fire from Rogers. We'll go behind Kiley. Runner's going to go home from third, and he beats the catcher there in time with a successful slide there from Graham Carter to make it double digits for the Colts as they cross the 10-run line. Make it a 10-run lead. So Kiley takes ball number 3 as that one was tossed behind him. And now Rogers got to find the strike zone here. He needs a pair of them. 3-1 the count, going the way of Kiley. So step back up to the plate. Rogers slowly winds and fires off the plate and away from the catcher. Runner at third. Takes a good look at it. Ben will decide to stay, and it will be a walk for Kiley as he takes over to first and puts runners in the corners here once more for Kingston as we move on to the order to James
Number
Mills.
11, James Mills.
And we'll see what Mills is able to make happen. Opportunity to pick himself up an RBI, and we wait pitch number 1 from Rogers. A wind and fired just high of the strike zone. And Noah able to make the run over to second. So just like that, we'll have 2 runners in scoring positions here for the Colts. Once more, here in the top of the third inning, still no outs have been found here from the Braves, just looking to start one off and find one. Mills able to find contact now in fair territory. The shortstop not able to cradle it in an RBI single for James Mills as Ben Unsworth able to come home, and the Colts make it 11. As
Now
runner would
batting
have to
number
stay at second as
77, Graydon
it was too risky for
McMillan.
Noah to make the run over to third as the shortstop was the one with the ball. So runners will stay at second and first, and we'll move on to the order to Graydon McMillan. Swung and a miss from McMillan. Strike number 1. He is an aggressive batter, and he'll go 0-1 down to the count. So an 0-1 count is Rogers able to get up early, and we'll see if he can find strike number 2, but that one just delivered outside for ball number 1. So we split the first 2 pitches, 1-1. So a 1-1 count as Rogers holds the leg, fires, and will be behind McMillan. Runners will both advance it to scoring positions at third and second now, as that ball was just on the opposite side of where Rogers wants to place it. So a 2-1 count after that last pitch. Rogers would love to find a strike zone here. Puts the leg up, holds it, delivers. Swung and a miss from McMillan as he had to reach for that one. Strike number 2. Beautiful pitch there from Owen. Looking for the strikeout now. We'll see if he can find it. In the 2-2 count. Can he deliver? Winds and fires. Swung on and miss. Strike number 3. And the punch out. And the first one of the game for Owen Rogers.
Now batting number 13, Reese Forbes.
As Reese Forbes steps up to the plate here. We'll see what Reese can do. Still runners both in scoring positions at third and second base. But a huge first out for Owen and the Braves. As we'll see if they can try to string some together. Pitch number 1. Just off the zone for ball number 1. We'll start this count off 1-0, going Forbes' way. Ooh, Forbes going to reach and make contact on that one, and it gets through to Natalia over at second base. One run's going to score. Another one's going to round third all the way from second. It'll be a 2 RBI double for Reese Forbes as he gets over to second base. Colts make it 13, and it's now a 4-run inning. As we'll move on
Now
in the
batting
order.
Number 4, Nick Schneider.
So Nick Schneider, the batter here. With the So we'll see what Schneider can do here. Runner over at second after Forbes was able to clear the bases and convert on 2 RBIs. Pitch number 1 up high to lead things off with ball number 1. So we'll start this count off for Schneider 1-0 going his way. So Nick up 1-0. Rogers fires that one in there. He's going to pull that one right to the shortstop. Can't get it in the glove. He'll pick it up, though, and fire it to first. And it won't be there in time. A successful base hit there for Nick Schneider. As he'll put runners in the corners as he gets himself a single.
Now batting number 42, Asher Dewick.
So Asher Dewick, the batter at the plate here for the Colts. An opportunity to, I believe, end the inning with the 5-run mercy limit if he's able to convert on a single and get himself an RBI. He takes ball number 1 away from the plate. And we'll kick off this count 1-0, going Asher's way in his second at-bat here in this game. As we're almost at the bottom of the order once more for the Colts. If they have hit the bats early, already 13 the difference. Rogers trying to get his team out of it. Slings that one in there inside, and, well, Forbes will take a look, but at the end of the day, stay at third. And Nick Schneider advances to second base. So, but I believe his run won't even matter as they're really just looking for that runner to convert at third to end the inning. Can Dewick make it happen? We'll await the pitch and a 1-0 count. Swung on and missed. Strike number 1. Beautiful pitch there from Rogers. As that one went right to the zone and missed Dewick's bat completely. So a 2-1 count called from the umpire. We'll see if Rogers can try to string some strikes together. He'll wind and fire. Ball number 3 as it's just away off the plate. So an opportunity here, I believe, for Asher to find a walk with ball number 4. Rogers trying to battle against it. Strike number 2. That one hits the corner. And just like that, we'll have a full count here. That the plate with Asher Dewick. And the payoff pitch incoming from Rogers. He'll wind and fire. Contact from Asher. Will it stay fair? It's riding up the third base line, and it just gets out of the glove of the third baseman. A good effort, but just couldn't squeeze it. And so we'll go back to the plate here with Asher. As he almost made a beautiful catch, but wasn't able to convert. So we'll go back to a full count here with Asher at the plate. And another payoff pitch incoming. Rogers fires. Good contact from Asher. Hit right to the second baseman. She can't find control of it. Forbes will score to make it the 5-run limit. And the Colts make it 14 to end the top of the third inning.
Pitch count for Owen Rogers, 23, 2-3.
As the Braves will head to the bats and try to get on the board here of about halfway through this game as the Colts have started to add up the runs. And, well, they did take the win 20-2 yesterday. It was a dominant game. I missed it, and obviously it wasn't screened because we weren't able to do it. So, but I heard it was a very dominant game, and well, they're up 14-0 now. So the Braves will take to the bats, facing a new pitcher. Now Noah Kiley, given the job coming into relief, as they give the southpaw lefty an opportunity to do some damage here. As this team has themselves a comfortable lead, so not too much pressure on Noah. So they'll do some warm-up pitches. And so, Kindly will finish up his warm-up pitches before we get off and underway here in the bottom of the third inning. It's the Colts. They've went 3 up, 3 down in the first inning. Allowed 1 hit in the second, but
Leading
left
out
them
for the
stranded
Braves
over
at
at
the bottom of
second.
the third, number 67, Jack Fowler.
So Jack Fowler, the leadoff hitter here for the Braves. We'll see if what Fowler can make happen as they'll try to start the inning off successfully here for Brockville. Well, away pitch number 1 from Kiley, who looks to get into a rhythm early. He'll wind and fire, delivers right through the strike zone. So he'll start his evening off, his afternoon. It's 11:54 in the morning. 0-1. That pitch slung in there off the plate and it bounced on the dirt for 1-1. He splits the first 2 pitches. So a 1-1 count for the reliever. Fires that one in there, hits the top corner. Beautiful pitch there as Fowler was caught looking at that one. 1-2, going the way of Kiley, looking for his first strikeout and just try to start his outing off successfully. Strike number 3, the call and the punch out. In a beautiful way for Noah to get into a groove here. He'll retire his first batter he's faced and move on to the order for Brockville.
7, Oliver Cross.
Oliver Cross, the batter here for the Braves, as he'll take out to the bats for his first at-bat here. So we'll see if Noah can continue this pitching prowess. Gonna look bunt, Cross does, but he's just gonna foul it back as he was able to find contact, but spin it right back towards the fence in the camera. So he'll start this count off 0-1. So no 1 count. After Cross fouled that first one off. He'll take a swing on that one, a high one. Strike number 2, not able to find any sort of connection. An opportunity for Kiley to get back-to-back strikeouts here. Can he deliver? He winds it fire. Strike number 3. Second strikeout in a row for Noah Kiley.
Now
As he
batting,
is definitely
number 11, Ronan
came into this
McKenna.
game at a top-notch level. And so he's looking to strike out the sign and has an opportunity to do so with Ronan McKenna. All the way pitch number 1 against Kiley. He'll wind and fire. Starts the count off 1-0. It's that one just away. So 1-0 count going the way of Noah. He'll sling that one inside. So Ronan going to go up 2-0 after the first 2 pitches and goes up in the count. So we'll see if he can continue this or if Noah can start finding the strike zone. He'll throw that one also away. So just like that, it's a 3-0 count going the way of McKenna. And an opportunity with ball number 4. If Noah's unable to find the strike zone for a walk here, we'll see if Kiley can battle back within it. Slings that one off away again. So ball number 4, a 4-pitch walk there as Ronan will take over to first to give the Braves a runner.
Now batting number 1, Alex Murray.
So Alex Murray, as we hit the bottom of the order for the Braves, as he tries to advance the runner into an improved bag. That one, pitch number 1 off the plate for a ball. As Kiley, that's 5 balls in a row for him. As he started the inning off so hot, so we'll see if he can start finding the strike zone once more. facing Murray. Murray's going to look bunt, pull away for ball number 2. Beautiful take there from Murray. As he had the option to bunt, but he didn't decide to make it happen and took ball number 2. So a 2-0 count going the way of Alex early on in this count. Pitch delivered, a late swing and a miss from Alex. Takes strike number 1. And so Kylie's starting to battle back. 2-1 as he just found strike 1 moments ago. Alex gonna look bunt. Gonna try to make connection low in the zone. Couldn't do it though. Strike number 2. And so a 2-2 count and an opportunity for Kylie to end the inning. Can he deliver? 2-2 pitch incoming. Swung and a miss from Alex. Strike number 3 and out number 3. As Noah Kylie picks up 3 strikeouts himself and ends the bottom of the 3rd inning. We'll go back to the top of the 4th with the Colts back at the bats.
15-1-5.
As we'll see, Owen Rogers take back out to the mound for another inning of work. As they're down by 14 runs going the Colts' way as well. We'll see if the Colts, they head back to the bats, if they can increase this lead even more. As they've hit the mercy rule of 5 runs twice so far. We'll see if the Braves can, well, not let that happen once more, as there's still a little bit of baseball left to play here. They still have an opportunity. The game's not over till it's over, so in an elimination game for the Brockville Braves as they lost yesterday's game number 1. This is game number 2 of the 3-game series. They need to make something happen here. So Rogers will get warmed up, and we'll wait to see who the leadoff hitter is going to be here for the Colts. As I believe in the leadoff spot, it looks to be number 2. Or pardon me, number 3, due to Landon Nicholas. So, or pardon me, Landon Nichols. So Landon will be in the leadoff spot. And so Landon
Leading
will
off
step up to the plate.
The top of the 4th for the Kingston Colts, number 3, Landon Nichols.
And so we'll see what Landon can do here in the leadoff spot for the Colts. We await pitch number 1 from Rogers. He'll wind and fire, delivered away for ball number 1. So Nichols goes up 1-0 with his second at-bat here in this game as he looks to start things off successfully for the Colts, as they've been such an offensive-heavy team here so far throughout this game. We'll see if he can start to continue that. Pitch number 2 in the 1-0 count. Finds contact, pulls it. Will it go into foul territory? It's running the first base line, and it's just pulled into foul territory. So we'll see strike number 1 as Nichols got all of that ball, but just pulled it a little bit too much. So a 1-1 count after that last pitch. Rogers winds and fires up high. And a little bit inside for ball number 2. So a 2-1 count now. Going the way of Nichols here early on. Rogers winds and fires, delivers that one off the plate again and away. So that'll be ball number 3. And Nichols, an opportunity for a leadoff walk here. If one more can come through, we'll see if Owen can start finding the strike zone here, as he needs a pair more. We'll see if he can deliver. 3-1 the count. As Rogers will fix his hat and get back ready at the mound. Winds and fires. Contact from Nichols will be strike number 2. And he'll stay in it now to a full count here as he fouled that last one back. So Rogers a good battle. And we'll await the payoff pitch. So a full count here for Landon. A huge pitch incoming from Owen. trying to find a strikeout. Can he deliver? He'll wind and fire. Away and off the plate for ball number 4. So Landon takes over to first on the payoff pitch.
Now
With
batting
a leadoff
number
walk.
25, Quinn Simpson.
Takes over. And we'll go back to the top of the order with Quinn Simpson as they'll look to advance the runner into a scoring position here with Landon over at first. We'll see if they can make it happen as the Colts look to start another inning dominant from the bats. So Simpson will step up to the plate and will get his third at-bat already in this game underway here. With the way pitch number 1 from Rogers, who's pitched about an inning and a half after coming into relief. This one delivered. Strike number 1 as it hits the inside of the strike zone. So Simpson, kind of looking on that first pitch, goes 0-1 down. We'll see if Rogers can string a couple together. This one delivered. Strike number 2 as it dips down in there. And just like that, it's an 0-2 count going Owen Rogers' way. And we'll see if he can find the punch-out. Simpson got to protect anything in the zone. This pitch delivered. Contact from Simpson, going to pull it right to the shortstop. Can't scoop it in the glove. Now he will. Fires Natalia to second and finds the out as they're able to beat Landon over to second base. And a huge first out from the Colts.
Now batting number 7, Jack Payne.
And so we'll move on to the order with 1 out and now a runner only at first as Jack Payne will take up to the plate here. Finds contact. That one's going to just jump over top of the shortstop, Natalia. Simpson going to advance all the way to third. It'll be a hard hit double from Jack Payne as that ball just bounced right over top of the infield. And both runners will now be in scoring position here for the Colts.
Now batting number 99, Will Martin.
As Will Martin, with 2 runners in scoring positions, will take up to the plate and will try to add to this damage here for the Colts as they've trying to get their running started here in the top of the 4th inning. Will the way pitch number 1 from Rogers. He'll fire this one. It will get Martin in the hip. And it'll be a hit by pitch walk to load the bases up here to begin the inning for the Colts.
Now batting number 16, Weston Hartzell.
And well, this is why they put him in the cleanup spot. Weston Martzel with the bases loaded here. We'll see if he can do some damage. Pitch 1 delivered away for ball number 1. And so, a 1-0 count going the way of Marcel. This one delivered just scoots away from being hit from that pitch for ball number 2 as that one was way inside. So, Weston going to start this count off 2-0 going his way. Still with the bases loaded here for the Colts. Beautiful pitch from Rogers right down the middle. That one's going to be hacked right and find the gap between the shortstop and the second baseman. 1 run's going to score. Payne's going to round third and go home as well. As the center fielder is going to hold that ball, fire it to Rogers. And 2 RBIs in a single for Weston. As runners will advance to second base as well. And the Colts make it 16 as 2 runs get home.
12, Graham Carter.
And so Graham Carter, who was the starting pitcher for the first couple innings here for the Colts, has another opportunity on the offensive side. Runners at second and first. Pitch number 1 away and up high for ball number 1. So Rogers trying to shake things out and try to find the strike zone here against Carter. This one delivered behind him. Will get away from the catcher. Both runners going to advance, and Will going to get all the way to third. So he's a base hit away from converting on another run here for the Colts. Makes it a little easier for Carter. So Graham will step up to the plate and await the pitch. This one going to be slung in there off the zone for ball number 3, and it's a 3-0 count going the way of Carter. If we see ball number 4, that'll be a bases loaded situation once more for the Colts. We'll see if Owen can find the strike zone here. This one delivered inside for ball number 4, the 4-pitch walk. As Graham will take over to first and load the bases back
Now
up once more for the Colts.
7, Ben Unsworth.
It's Ben Unsworth will step up to the plate here for the Colts. Get the game plan and prepare for a battle as he has an opportunity to do some damage here and add to the Colts tally. Pitch number 1 delivered. Going to find contact. It will be fair. It's going to be hooked just past the third baseman and past the shortstop. 1 run's going to score as Martin will come all the way home from third. An RBI single there from Ben. Keeps the bases loaded for the Colts and adds to the tally.
Now batting number 15, Noah Kiley.
No runs scored. Oh, you're watching up there? Do you have the voice on? The voice? I do. I haven't turned it on. I just did it so that I can listen to the.
So ball number 1 as that one's away is still with the bases loaded here for the Colts. I believe it's Noah Kiley at the plate here as he just came into relief here for the Colts at the mound. So we'll see what he can do at the bats here, still with the bases loaded, trying to add to this damage here for the Colts as they're already up by 17 runs. Heavy start here for them as I believe they've already converted on 3. 2-0 the count. Pitch delivered inside for another ball against Kiley. So a 3-0 start to this one. And Owen is going to have to battle back. As if we see ball number 4, this would be the bases loaded walk once more. And score the Colts another run. We'll see if Rogers can deliver. He needs to find the strike zone. 3-0 pitch. Fired in there. Contact right to Rogers at the mound. A beautiful catch in the throw to first. It's just off the mark though. 1 run's going to score. And Kiley will get himself an RBI single as Weston able to come home. But a great stop there from Owen Rogers to keep that ball in his control, as more damage would have been done if that one got through him. But a great block by him.
Rogers, 43.
Just couldn't get the throw where he wanted it
Now
to.
batting number 11, James Mills.
So James Mills will step up to the plate, and I believe we are 1 run away from ending the inning with the 5-run mercy rule once more. We'll see if James can make it happen. A hard swing and a hard miss. Strike number 1 against Mills. Of a beautiful pitch from Rogers. He delivered that one up high. So an 0-1 count going his way. This one fired in there as well. That'll be strike number 2. Hits the location in the bottom corner, outside corner. And just like that, it's an 0-2 count going the way of the Braves. Trying to find the strikeout. Can they deliver on the 0-2 pitch? Owen fires that one in there. Strike number 3. In the punch out against James Mills. Beautiful pitch there from Owen to find the first strikeout, and I believe the first out here in the top of the 4th inning for the Braves.
McMillan.
And so Graydon McMillan will come up to the plate in a bases loaded scenario still. But just after moments ago, Owen found his first strikeout here in the top of the 4th. We'll see if he can find another one. Pitch number 1 against McMillan. Going to be fired right out into center field. And an RBI will be scored. Another one's going to run, but it won't matter. A 5-run inning. And the mercy rule is Graham Carter is the 5th and final run. An RBI single there for Graydon McMillan to end the inning. 19 runs going the Colts' way. And so that will do it for the end of the inning. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th with the Braves back at the bats as they still look to get on the board. As they haven't been able to 3 innings of work, but they still have a little bit of time to go.
47.
And so at the mound, I believe we're going to still see number 7. Actually, we're going to have a pitching change. It'll be Jack Payne coming into relief in this game after Noah Kiley pitched about an inning and a half. So we'll see what Payne can do. See, well, he comes in this game very comfortably, 19-0 going the Colts' way. So He's a little bit of a room for error, so it doesn't have to be perfect, but he will try to start off strong. As leading things off, we'll go back to the top of the order here. For the Braves, it'll be Weston McGrin. So we'll see if Weston can start the inning off successfully. For Brockville, they still look to get on the board. Scoreless through 3 innings.
Following the intermediate zone.
Jack Payne, sorry. Batting for Brockville, number 35, Weston McGurn.
So Weston McGurn, the leadoff hitter, back to the top of the order here for the Braves. We'll see if he can start the bottom of the 4th inning off successfully for them. Reaches for that one, can't find contact. Strike number 1. As Payne looks to find the strike zone here early into his outing. So 0-1 count, going Jack's way. That one's just going to bounce in the dirt there and be ball number 1 as Payne couldn't locate that one. So we'll split the first 2 pitches 1-1. After that one just bounced in the dirt. This one fired in there, 1-1. Finds contact, but will be tipped back to the catcher. So that will be strike number 2 of the foul ball from Weston. So an opportunity for Jack to pick up a strikeout here if he can deliver one more through the zone and start his outing off successfully. 1-2 pitch incoming. He winds and delivers. Strike number 3. And a leadoff strikeout here for the Colts as McGrun was caught looking at that last pitch.
Now batting number 27, Cameron Raisin.
So Cameron, the runner now. He's got part of the batter. That was going to be popped up right to the first baseman. And Ben Unsworth not even going to have to move very
Now
much.
batting
Just gets that
number
one in the
8,
glove successfully and
Mason Knapp.
gets out number 2. As it was a good swing there from Cameron. That's what the Braves need. They need some contact on the ball. But just ends up right in the glove of Ben for out number 2. So an opportunity for the Braves to go down 3 up, 3 down. We'll see how Mason Knapp battles against this. Takes balls number 1 as that one was, well, held on a little bit too long from Payne and slings that one way off the plate for ball number 1. So we'll start this count off 1-0 with Mason in his second at-bat here in this game. Still no runners on any bases here for the Braves. 1-0 the count. Pitched in there. Great take there from Knapp. Takes ball number 2 as that one was just high of the zone. Mason up early now. And a 2-0 count. This one delivered from Payne. Finds strike number 1. As that one breaks through the strike zone. But Knapp has a couple strikes to take, so he's okay with taking that one. 2-1 after that pitch. Payne winds it, fires inside as Mason had to back away in order to get away from that one. It's a 3-1 count now and an opportunity for a walk here to get a runner on base here for the Braves. We'll see if Payne is unable to find the strike zone or if he can battle back. He needs a pair if he's trying to end the inning with a strikeout. We'll await the pitch from Jack. Ball number 4. And it'll be a walk for Mason Knapp. He'll take over to first and give the Braves a runner that they could try to move into a scoring position.
Natalia DeYoung.
Move up to cleanup hitter, Natalia DeYoung. And so we'll see what Natalia can do here with a runner over at first. But facing 2 outs, she's got to be careful. Wait, pitch number 1. Payne going to sling that one in there. Swinging on miss from DeYoung. Strike number 1. They weren't able to find contact. This one 0-1 count. Payne looking to end the inning. This one delivered. Swung on and missed again from DeYoung. Strike number 2. And just like that, Payne, an opportunity in an 0-2 count to end the inning We'll see if he can make it happen and send us to a top of the 5th. He winds and fires. Just off the plate. A great take there from DeYoung. Ball number 1. So 1-2 count, but still an opportunity for Payne as he went up 2 strikes early in it. Fires this one. Swung and a miss from DeYoung. Strike number 3 to end the inning as DeYoung goes down swinging. And so we'll head to the top of the 5th. Back with the Colts back at the bats
1-4.
as they look to extend their lead to even more. And so we'll see. Looks to be Bobby Phillips back at the mound for another inning of work here for the Braves. As he looks to keep the runs to a limit here as we're reaching the later stages of this game.
Intermediate Canadians in British Columbia, the Kingston Colts are there. They lead the Atlantic team 2-0 in the first inning. Oh, make that 3. Going to introduce the umpires for today's games. Upping the bases, Emmett Mader. And behind the plate, Allison Howe.
And so in the leadoff spot, looks to be for the Colts, Reese Forbes. And so we'll see if Reese can start the inning off successfully as the Colts look to, well, extend their lead here. And they've hit the mercy limit 3 out of the 4 innings we've played so far. And in that inning where they didn't, they scored 4 runs. So they've been super hot at the bats. We'll see if they can continue it as we'll get it underway in just moments' time to start the top of the 5th inning.
First home game, a playoff home game in like 20 years, they said. It was like 2001, I think they said. Something like that, early 2000s. They made the playoffs, but never like in the top where they got a home field. Yeah. And it was like, we're playing Windsor. So it was like, we were either going to Kingston or to Windsor.
Coming to the plate in the top of the 5th for the Kingston Colts, number 13, Reese Forbes.
They waived all the entrance.
And so Reese Forbes, the leadoff hitter here for the Colts here in the top of the 5th inning. They're up by 19. They're going to try to extend it. We'll away pitch number 1. We'll see if that's going to be hit hard and in the glove and squeezed from the shortstop. A beautiful catch to start the inning for the Braves. They get a quick first out.
4, Nick
A sound was
Schneider.
in the glove and he held it. So a beautiful catch. We'll move on in the order to Nick Schneider. So a quick one down here for the Colts as well, the Braves try to end it. Pitch number 1 delivered. Strike number 1. as Owen Rogers goes up 0-1 in the count. That one's going to be off the plate. A great diving effort from the catcher, though, to make sure that one doesn't get away from him. And we'll go split the first two pitches 1-1. Schneider in a 1-1 count. This pitch delivered over top of his head for ball number 2, and we'll go 2-1 off the first two pitches. So Schneider's up in the count here as he took that last pitch over top of his head. Rogers fires. Contact from Nick, gonna be solid. Hooked up the third baseline. Throw to first. They're in time. A beautiful play from 5-3 for the Braves to find out number 2. They keep any runners or any bags.
Number 42, Asher Duick.
And a hot start there for the Braves. Out in the field, they only need one more out to end the inning. Still no runners on any bases here for the Colts as Asher Duick will step up to the plate here, and we'll see if he can try to get the offense started here for the Colts in the top of the 5th. Or if the Braves can shut them down and go 3 up, 3 down in the order. Pitch number 1 delivered. Asher takes a lean into it and takes a look at it, but doesn't decide to swing. We'll see. Ball number 1 as that one was down in the dirt. So 1-0 count. This one delivered again, almost an identical location. Off and away. So ball number 2 for Asher. This will go up 2-0 now. Rogers fires that one in there. Duke gonna find contact. Second baseman scoops. Can't get control. Throws it to first. Can't beat Asher to first place. First base, though, a successful base hit there. As the second baseman wasn't able to get that one in the glove
Nichols.
very comfortably. And we'll hit the bottom of the order to Landon Nichols. At the plate here, runner over at first. And we'll see if they can advance him into a scoring position here for Landon. So we'll await pitch number 1 from Rogers. Who delivers? That one will find contact. It will ride up the first base line, take a little hop, and it will be a base hit for Landon as he advances Asher over to second now in a scoring position, and himself over to first. So, but fortunate for the Braves, they only need one more out after finding
Quinn
2 quick
Simpson.
outs to begin the inning. So we go back to the top of the order to Quinn with his 4th at-bat here, and a runner in scoring position over at second. Rogers fires inside. Asher's going to advance to third. Catcher's going to scoop it and not decide to throw both successful steals there from Asher and Landon and advance them both into a scoring position here for the Colts. So makes Quinn's job a little bit easier here. He'll step back in. Await this pitch. Delivered. Strike number 1. Hits the outside top corner of the strike zone. Splits the first two 1-1. 1-1 count. This one in there from Rogers. That one going to stay in fair territory. Try to get through a block though from the third baseman. Asher's going to come home and score them a run. It's an RBI single for Quinn Simpson. As the Colts pass the 20-run threshold. 20-0 going their way as they've been dominant at the bat so far. Still 2 outs, so still a chance for the Braves to end it. But
Now
the Colts
batting number 7,
with now runners
Jack
at second and
Payne.
first. And Jack Payne, after coming into relief at the mound, we'll see what we can do on the offensive side of the ball here. So catcher will fix his helmet just momentarily. Something was a little bit wrong with one of the straps, so Payne will step up to the plate, and we'll get the top of the 5th inning resumed here with 2 outs. That one's going to be ball number 1 as that one's off the plate. Landon's going to see an opportunity, and so will Quinn. They'll both advance into third and second base here. It gives the Colts more of an opportunity to score. As Payne makes his job a little bit easier. He is 1-0 in the count as that first pitch was way away off the plate. This one delivered. Payne going to find contact, going to hook it right to the shortstop in the glove successfully. The little toss to third. Can he beat the runner? He's safe at third base as they could not beat Quinn Simpson, who turned on the Jets and got the third in time. Runners in the corners as an
Now
RBI
batting
single
number 99,
comes through for
Will
Jack Bain.
Martin.
As Will Martin will come to the plate. 21 the difference now for the Colts. Still 2 outs, runners in the corners. Pitch number 1 delivered. Will going to reach for that one, find slow contact to Rogers at the mound. Throw to first in time for out number 3 to end the inning. The best inning yet for the Braves as they only allow 2 runs in this one. And we head to the bottom of the 5th with them back at the bats.
Pitch count for Owen Rogers, 60.
So 60 pitches through his work at the mound for Owen Rogers. So nonetheless, he'll take his team back at the bats, and I believe we might even see him. He would be the 4th batter here in the order, so we might have an opportunity if they reach him. If they don't, retire 3 up, 3 down. But we'll see Bobby Phillips, the starting pitcher, lead things off, as I believe, in the bottom of the 5th inning, followed by Eddie Ort, and
Now pitching for the
followed by
Colts,
Ethan
number
Kelly, and then
25,
Eddie Ort to round out the top 3.
Quinn Simpson.
So Quinn Simpson, the 4th pitcher here for the Colts, coming into this game, just trying to close things out as we reach the final inning and a half of work. And the Colts with a very dominant lead of 21 the difference now. So
Leading off for the Braves, bottom of the 5th, number 4, Bobby Phillips.
I like it because it's not too saggy. I like the
And so we'll get the bottom of the 5th inning underway here. Bobby Phillips, the leadoff hitter here, and we'll see if he can get the Braves started off successfully, as he was the starting pitcher all the way back in the 1st. The Braves also did a phenomenal job out in the field to start the top of the 5th inning. We'll see if they can follow that up, but this time at the bats here in the bottom of the 5th. So he takes ball number 1 as that one's way away. Simpson trying to get into a groove after coming into this game. That was his pitch number 1. We'll wait pitch number 2 from him. Bobby going to fire that one off to third base. It's a slow roller. Scooped up from the first baseman. Can he beat that in time? He can! A diving effort there from Landon Nichols. The dive to the bag and beat the runner for out number 1.
Now batting number 2, Ethan Kelly.
So Ethan Kelly now after out number 1. And now Landon's jersey all dirty after he had to make the diving effort. Pitch number 1 going to be away for ball number 1. As Simpson wasn't able to locate it. Start 1-0 going Kelly's way. Simpson delivers, swung on and missed from Ethan. Trying to reach for that ball, couldn't find it though. Take strike number 1. So we'll split the first 2 1-1 now. After Simpson placed that one, he'll deliver this one up high for ball number 2. So Quinn coming into this game, he hits leadoff in the order at the bats, and he's the 4th pitcher to take to the mound, still scoreless through 4 innings of work here from the Colts out in the field. So swung and a miss from Ethan. Strike number 2. Yeah, just like that, we'll have a 2-2 count. And an opportunity here for Quinn to find a punch out and bring us to 2 outs. We'll see how Ethan battles in this count. We'll await the pitch in a 2-2 situation. Off the plate for a full count. And a full count here for Ethan Kelly, and the payoff pitch incoming. We'll await it. Will Ethan take off to first in the walk, or can Simpson try to finish him off? Pitch delivered. Up high and away for ball number 4. So Kelly will take over to first, and we'll have a runner over on first
Now
with a
batting
walk.
number 17, Eddie Ewert.
We bring up to Eddie Ewert. We'll see what Eddie can do. He tries to advance the runner into a scoring position now. Swung and a miss. Strike number 1 against Eddie. So he wasn't able to find contact on that high pitch in the zone. So we'll go 1 down to the count. This one delivered as well. Just off the strike zone. Great eye there from Eddie. To split the first 2 1-1. As that one just missed his location. This is Eddie's second at-bat here in this game. He's would love to advance his buddy Ethan into a scoring position. He's gonna find contact right out of the glove of Quinn. Throw to first. Doesn't get him in time. A base hit for Eddie. And advances Ethan into a scoring position. A phenomenal start for the Braves after they got out number
Now
1
batting
moments ago.
Number 9, Owen Rogers.
So Owen Rogers with 2 runners on bases here has an opportunity to advance the runners and get the Braves on the board here. We'll see if he can make it happen.
No, Colton's out already.
So Rogers, all the way pitch number 1. That's going to be just outside for a ball. So we start this count off 1-0, going the way of Rogers, who has been a phenomenal pitcher after coming to relief all the way back earlier in this game. Strike number 1. That one hits just the outside of the strike zone. Splits the first 2 1-1 after that pitch. So Rogers, an opportunity to even load the bases up or score with a runner over at second. Strike number 2. Takes that one looking as well. So 1-2. And an opportunity. And a 1-2 pitch incoming. Winds and fires. Swung on a miss from Rogers. Strike number 3. Who's this guy?
Quinn now.
Jack Fowler.
And so that will be out number 2 off the punch out delivered from Quinn Simpson. And we'll move on in the order to Jack Fowler. That one's delivered. Strike number 1. As that one dips down, hits the top of the zone. This one on 1 count off the first pitch against Fowler. This one off the plate for ball number 1. So we'll split the first 2. Going both ways in the count. So Simpson comes into relief and has found 2 outs here, but still has 2 runners on bases. The Braves would love to convert and break through the scoreless drought they have through 4 innings. Simpson, though, with 2 outs, swung on a missed from Fowler. Strike number 2. Runners are going to advance. The throw to third. Tag can't be applied as it gets out of the glove of Mills. And just like that, both runners advance into a scoring position here. And a phenomenal opportunity for the Braves to get on the board. Fowler facing 2 strikes against him. Simpson still has the opportunity to end the inning. We'll see if he can deliver. He'll take a big breath. Winded fire. Up high for a ball.
That was pitch 20, 2-0.
We'll go 2-2 in the count. After that pitch. Simpson fires. Off the plate as well. We'll have a full count here for Jack Fowler. And so the payoff pitch incoming from Simpson. Delivers. And good contact there from Jack Fowler. He'll foul that ball off and stay there at a full count. As he just fouls it off the third base line. So we'll await another payoff pitch here. Still in a full count scenario. Simpson fires this one. Inside for ball number 4. Loads the bases up for the Braves and gives them a phenomenal opportunity to do some damage. We'll see if they can make
Now
it happen.
batting number 7, Oliver Cross.
Oliver Cross, the batter here for the Braves. And a key scenario, base is loaded. And it would be the first time this game, this is the best opportunity the Braves have had all game long to get on the scoreboard. And they would love to make it happen now. So we'll await pitch number 1 against Oliver in his second at-bat here in this game. Simpson delivers. Swung on and missed. Strike number 1. But with 2 outs, Quinn has an opportunity to play villain and leave the bases loaded. So an 0-1 count after strike number 1. He'll fire this one in there. Strike number 2. Hits the top corner of the strike zone. And just like that, 1 strike away from ending the inning. Can Quinn do it? We'll see how Oliver battles in this count. This pitch delivered. Swung on and missed. Strike number 3. Quinn gets out of it and leaves the bases stranded for the Braves. They're not able to convert. And that will do it for the bottom of the 5th inning. The Colts, I believe, will head back
Pitch
to the bats.
for Simpson.
But
26.
the Braves started the inning off so strong. We're able to get 2 runners on base. Then the base is loaded, but just unable to convert. And so the Braves will head out to the field. We'll see if Owen Rogers is still at the mound here for Brockville.
All right, here's my same question. So with that one, that would be 20, right? Because that was a 6-pitch at bat.
No, she said that.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, I thought that was a full count. Okay. But that's the scenario. If he started the guy.
As long as he starts before the threshold and he can finish. Top of the 6th, Weston Hartson. He's still throwing. What was his
Where'd Wayne go? 6.
Way over there.
What was his count? 60 pitches.
And so it will be Owen Rogers back at the mound for the potential final inning of work as we're here in the 6th inning. This will be the final inning. So I believe in the leadoff spot will be Weston Marcel, the cleanup hitter. So
Batting for the Colts in the top of the 6th. Leading off, number 16, Weston Hartzell.
So we'll see what Weston can do here. So he'll step up to the box and try to get this inning off. Started successfully for the Colts. This is the final inning of work. The Colts are up by 21. It's safe to say that it might be over, but we'll get it underway here as Rogers will throw pitch number 1. And a swing and a miss from Barzell. Strike number 1. He's not able to find contact. That slice just a little bit too low from him. So no 1 count as Owen looks to get going here early from the mound. He'll wind and fire this one as well. Just off the strike zone for a ball. We'll split the first 2 1-1. One count. That one delivered as a scooch away in order to get away from that one. He'll take inside for another ball. So 2-1 count for Weston is after taking strike number 1. He takes back-to-back balls. So 2-1 going his way. So no runners on any bases as he's leading things off. That one's going to be off and away for ball number 3. So a 3-1 count going the way of Weston. And an opportunity for a leadoff walk if we could see one more. If Owen Rogers isn't able to locate this final pitch, we'll have to find it. Needs a tally of 2 strikes if he wants to battle back within it. He'll wind and fire. Finds 1. Strike number 2. Moves us to a full count. Can Rogers find the strikeout to lead things off here in the top of the 6th? Payoff pitch incoming. Winds and fires, and it's way off, and maybe got out of his hand just a little bit of slippage. Weston with a leadoff walk takes over to first. And that will do it for Owen Rogers.
Now pitching for Brockville, number 77, Natalia DeYoung.
See, Natalia DeYoung coming into relief for Owen Rogers, who came in way earlier, I believe back in the second inning here for the Braves. And so Natalia will finish up her warm-up before we get back resumed here in the top of the sixth. We had a leadoff walk here from Weston, got him over to first base, and well, with Graham Carter, who's the starting pitcher all the way back in the first inning, he'll look to advance Weston into a scoring position. We'll see if he can make it happen as Natalia will finish up. And so, we'll have one more part of me before we get off and underway. And so, Graham will step up into the box.
Colts, number 12, Graham Carter.
Still no outs here for the Braves here in the top of the sixth, our final inning of the District 7 Playdowns. So, Carter steps up to the plate, and we'll get the top of the sixth inning resumed here as we'll await pitch number one. Going to be off the plate for a ball as we'll see if Natalia can get into a bit of a groove here to kick off her outing from the mound. Nonetheless, we start this count off 1-0, going the way of Graham. This pitch delivered off strike number one, as that one just finds a little clip of the outside of the strike zone. So we'll split the first two 1-1 as Natalia is able to deliver. She'll wind and fire quickly. Deliver. That one's going to be slowly chopped to the first baseman and take a weird bounce and be a base hit for Graham. He won't try to extend it to a double, but nonetheless, Weston will get over to third. And so it'll be a single for Graham Carter. Gets him to first and puts runners in the corners for the Colts. Brings up Ben Unsworth to the plate. We'll see what Ben can do. It's an opportunity to pick himself up an RBI with a single. We'll see if he can find some contact. Natalia. Pitch number one delivered, going to be way behind Ben. And Graham's going to advance to second. Not going to have much effort into it. It's going to be a light jog as that one got free from the catcher. So both runners now in scoring positions here for the Colts at third and second base. Makes Ben's job just a little bit easier. So he'll step up to the plate. In a 1-0 count after that last pitch was behind him. That will be inside. He'll take a swing, though. Won't find contact. Strike number one. So a 1-1 count now. After Ben couldn't find contact. So Natalia delivers this one. Ben going to find contact. Will it stay fair? It's riding the first base line and finds the gap between the first baseman and the right fielder. One run's going to score. Graham will get the third and RBI single for Ben as he's now at first base, and they get the first run of the inning for the Colts.
Now batting number 15, Noah Kiley.
As Noah Kiley will come to the plate here, came into relief for one of the innings. About the midway point of this game, pitch number one delivered behind his feet for a ball. Ben will make the run over to second base, and We'll have the same situation we just had moments ago with both runners now in scoring positions here for the Colts. Kylie in a 1-0 count after that last ball was way off. We'll see ball number 2. Someone's also off. So a 2-0 count after that pitch. So Natalia, after coming into relief, just trying to get into a rhythm here. She'll wind and fire. Contact. Finds the gap between first and second base. One run's going to score. Kylie going to try to push it to a double, and he'll make it successful. 2 RBIs and a double for Noah Kylie as Ben and Graham both come across home plate. It's a 3-run inning for the Colts. And now we'll do it for Natalia. She comes in earlier in the inning, and, well, they're going to switch things up. It's going to be Jack Fowler takes to the mound for the Braves.
Now pitching for the Braves, number 67, Jack Fowler.
And so we'll see Jack comes into relief into this game. And so Fowler will get warmed up. Before we get back underway here in the top of the 6th, as it'll be, I believe, James Mills on deck here for his at-bat here with a runner over at second after Kylie hit that hard hit double right up between the gap of first and second base. And so we will play at the bottom of the 6th inning. But the Colts, I'm pretty sure, have this game all locked up due to the 10-run mercy rule that we do have in this game. And so Fowler looks like he's going to try to bring the heat here, so he'll get warmed up with a couple warm-up pitches. And so Mills will step up to the plate and get his, I believe, 5th at-bat or potentially 4th. Underway here for first batter to face Fowler. He's going to chop that one right to Fowler at the mound. Throw to first. Isn't in the glove in time. And so Mills, they're going to try to make the play back at first. As Mills took a bit too big of a leadoff. I'm going to call time. But that ball got free from Bobby Phillips over at first base. And Mills thought he had enough time to go to second, but he was able to pick up the ball. And Mills tried to go back to the first base bag. He's called out at first. A great tag there from Bobby Phillips to get the first out of the inning. As Mills just got a bit too aggressive there at the bags.
Now batting number 77, Graydon McMillan.
And so we'll move on to the order to Graydon McMillan. And so, McMillan with an opportunity to pick himself up an RBI with a runner over at third. Takes that first one down in the dirt for ball number 1. So 1-0 count going his way. This pitch delivered, going to be slung in there just a little bit off the plate for ball number 2. Jack Fowler has looked impressive so far at the mound. He definitely packs the heat. And he's found the strike zone quite a few times. So a 2-0 count going the way of McMillan. Fires this one in there, up high for ball number 3. So a 3-0 count going the way of Graydon. He's up early in it. And that's going to be a 4-pitch walk there for Graydon McMillan. He'll take over to first and put runners in the corners for the Colts.
number
As that-
13, Reese
as
Forbes.
Jack Fowler wasn't able to find the strike zone there on any of those 4 pitches. As Reese Forbes will take to the plate here with another opportunity to pick himself up an RBI with a runner over at third. See if he can make it happen. We'll lay pitch number 1 from Jack. Winds and fires just away for ball number 1. So we start this count off 1-0 going the way of Forbes. Jack delivers that one just away and up high. Calls ump for ball number 2. So Forbes will go up 2-0 in the count after a pair of balls. Jack fires this one in there. A low swing by Forbes finds contact in the foul territory. So he'll take strike number 1. We'll move to 2-1 now in the count as he just sliced that one off. So a 2-1 count after that last pitch. Gonna find contact again and into the hands of a fan off the third baseline. So that will be strike number 2 as that one goes into foul territory. So 2-2 for Forbes. An opportunity for Fowler to find the strikeout. It would be his first one here at the top of the 6th. Just off the plate for ball number 3. Moves us to a full count here. And a huge pitching coming from Fowler. The payoff pitch. Which way will it go? Take his time. Winds and delivers. Just up high for ball number 4. The payoff pitch goes the way of Reese and the Colts.
Now
Loads
batting
the bases
number
up for
4,
Kingston.
Nick Schneider.
And Nick Schneider will take to the plate. Pitch number 1 going to be just pulled a little bit too far from Fowler in the hand. And be ball number 1 as that one's way away from the plate. Start this count off 1-0 going the way of Schneider. So with the bases loaded, Nick an opportunity to do some damage and add to this Colts lead, which they've already capitalized on 3 runs already on in the inning. That was going to take a bounce off the plate and be ball number 2. So a 2-0 count going the way of Nick. This one delivered down in the dirt again. Strike number 1. As that one just found the bottom of the zone. So Jack battles back. 2-1 after that last pitch. Fowler. 2-1. Fires that one way over top of the catcher for ball number 3. And so Jack needs to figure something out here. He started the inning off hot, but has been unable to find the strike zone after coming into this game. So after that, so we'll see if he can figure something out here. A 3-1 count, and then pitching coming from Fowler against Nick. An opportunity for a bases loaded walk here if he's unable to find the strike zone, and that will be the case. Bases loaded walk for Schneider. Scores another one for the Colts, makes it 25. As Noah Kiley will be the runner awarded to be able to come home.
Now batting number 42, Asher Duick.
So Asher Duick, the batter here, still with the bases loaded for the Colts. Pitch number 1 against Asher, swung on and miss. Strike number 1, he's unable to find contact. And so that's exactly what Jack needs. Just sling some stuff over the plate and hope for a swing and a miss. Strike number 1 against Asher, 0-1 the count. Jack delivers that one off the plate once more for ball number 1. So we'll split the first 2, 1-1 in the count. So 1-1 now. That one delivered over top of the plate. Asher reaches for it, can't find contact. Strike number 2. And just like that, an opportunity for Jack to find his first strikeout here and bring us to 2 outs in the inning. Be huge for the Braves. Will take his time, deliver behind the feet of Asher. Ball number 2. So we'll move to a 2-2 count after that last pitch. As Jack has a lot of heat on his pitch, just maybe sometimes a little everywhere. Strike number 3, though. Just as I was saying that, he's able to locate the strike zone for the punch out. And out number 2 as Asher goes back to the dugout.
3, Landon Nichols.
Landon Nichols. As we hit the bottom of the order here for the Colts with the bases loaded. We'll see if Landon can do some damage, but an opportunity with one more out for the Braves to end the inning. Pitch number 1 delivered way off the plate for ball number 1. So we'll start this count off. 1-0 the way of Landon. Jack winds and fires this one. Can't hit the target once more. Nichols awarded ball number 2. So a 2-0 count after the back-to-back balls. Fowler winds and fires behind the feet of Landon for ball number 3. In a 3-0 count, Landon, and well, dominating this count so far. An opportunity for another bases loaded walk. If Fowler's unable to locate the strike zone, he needs to be perfect now. It's the count's 3-0. Swung on a miss from Landon. Strike number 1. Exactly what Jack needed. He'll start his battle back. 3-1 now. So a 3-1 count for Jack. Can he find a pair of more? Up high for ball number 4. And a bases loaded walk for Landon as another one will convert for the Colts. As that's Graydon McMillan.
We'll just go with 5. Yeah. That's 5. 5. Yeah.
And so that will do it for the top of the 6th inning.
Oh, yeah.
And so we'll head to the bottom of the 6th inning with the Braves at the bats. It'll be our final inning of work as we do the 5-run mercy there for the Colts. They've been dominant so far. We'll see if they can finish it off. As Jack Fowler takes 24 pitches there to end off the bottom of the 6th inning for himself. Until the Braves, one more opportunity to get on the board here. We'll see if they can make it happen. Or if Ben Unsworth, the new pitcher, coming in as the closer
For the Colts,
for this
number
game.
27, Ben Unsworth.
And we'll see if Unsworth can get off to a hot start as we'll have the start of the bottom of the 6th inning underway in just a moment's time as the Colts get warmed up.
Update on the intermediates in BC. 3-0 lead has dropped to a 6-4. They are behind the Atlantic team in the top of the 4th.
Oh, wow.
Noah. 61 pitches.
Still pitching.
Yeah, but doesn't sound like his bad.
No. I don't know. I've been 3 or 4 areas.
Still, it might have been a half ball. Still, unless you save, don't do that. Once we're down to 10 guys, why have a guy slag?
And so we'll get the bottom of the 6th inning underway here. So we'll see who's going to lead things off in just a moment's time as the Colts will finish up their infielding pitching practice. We'll have number 11, Ronan McKenna, leading things off here. We'll go Ronan, Alex, then back to the top of the order for
Brockville,
Weston.
in the bottom of the 6th, number 11, Ronan McKenna.
So Ronan will step up to the plate, and we'll get the bottom of the 6th underway here with Ben at the mound, awaiting his first pitch. He'll deliver this one off the plate for ball number 1. So Ronan will go up 1-0 in the count. Ben delivers off the plate once more. So 2 balls going the way of Ronan to kick off this count. And we'll start 2-0. McKenna. Almost identical location for those last 3 pitches from Ben. Just off the plate. So just away off the plate. So 3-0 count going the way of Ronan, and an opportunity for a leadoff walk here for the Braves. We'll see if Ronan can find one more ball or if Ben will battle back within this count. He'll wind and fire. Away once more. 4-pitch walk to lead things off for McKenna. He'll take over to first.
Now batting number 1, Alex Murray.
And we'll move on to the order. Bottom of it to Alex Murray with a runner over at first. As he'll look to advance him into a scoring position. What away pitch number 1 in this count for Ben, who is still unable to find the zone. That one's inside for ball number 1. So a 1-0 count. Unsworth. Alex looked bunt. Couldn't find contact. Splits the first 2, 1-1. As that'll be strike number 1. So 1-1 count after that last pitch from Unsworth. That would be his first strike in his outing through 6 pitches. This one delivered. Make that strike number 2. And a 1-2 count for Ben, who's trying to find his first strikeout here against Alex. We'll see how Alex protects anything over the plate. Pitch delivered. Swung on and missed. Strike number 3 to strike out the first batter here for Ben and the Colts.
Now batting number 35, Weston McGurn.
So Weston McGurn will go back to the top of the order here for the Braves with a runner over at first. And we'll await pitch number 1. This one fired in there off the plate. Great hold there and block from Will to make sure the runner at first stays where he is. So we'll start things off 1-0 against Ben. Down the dirt. Well, almost get away from the catcher. Runner's going to advance to second, and McKenna will get there with lots of time to spare. He advances himself into a scoring position now over at second base. So the Colts. And a 2-1 count. That one delivered. Did he go through? He did. Runner's going to advance to third. The throw to throw base is just a little late. Ronan McKenna advances himself a base hit away from scoring and getting the Braves on the board. This one delivered just outside. A great take there from Weston. He'll take as many balls as he can get. 3-1 the count. An opportunity to put runners in the corners if one more ball comes through. Ben delivers. Strike number 2. As Weston gets caught looking at that last pitch. Into a full count scenario here for Ben. The payoff pitch delivered. Just off the plate for ball number 4. So Weston will put himself at first and we'll have runners in the corners here for the Colts. Pardon me, for the Braves, pardon me. An opportunity for the Braves to still get on the board. It's Cameron Raisin. We'll see what Cameron can do here. An opportunity to get the Braves on the board. Swung on a miss on strike number 1. Runner's going to go to second. The throw is just off the mark. Run's going to come home, and the Braves will score as Ronan McKenna gets home off the steal. And the Braves get 1. And a great heads-up play there from Ronan McKenna to come over to the plate.
That was pitch 15.
So we'll continue here with a runner now at second base for the Braves.
so. It's Mason. Batter.
And so we'll have just a bit of a delay here.
That's just an injury, right?
Yeah, just cross and then move on to the next.
Yeah, not a problem.
I believe Mason Knapp in the order, who would be on deck, is injured of some sort, so he will not take his next at bat. Will move. Well, that will make it Natalia
Now
DeYoung
batting for
on deck
Brockville, number
after
27.
Cameron Raisin.
Cameron Raisin.
So we'll see what Cameron can do here. Runner over at second. Pitch number 1 in the dirt for ball number 1. So a 1-0 count. We'll start this count off. This one delivered by Ben. Can't find the strike zone. Just low. We'll go 2-0. So a good start here from Cameron. Pardon me. 1-1 it looks. Pardon me. Maybe 2-1. I'm not sure. That one will be fouled back. And Blue will shake it off. As that one was tipped back and hit her in the looked to be the stomach area. And so nonetheless, it'll be fouled back for a strike. 2-2 the count. An opportunity for Ben to find a punch out here. This pitch delivered will be just hit and sliced off the first base line. And so we'll stay at a 2-2 count as Cameron battles within it. Not wanting to get struck out. We'll stay at 2-2. Ben fires. Good. Battle here.
E-Fan in the red shirt. E-Fan.
And so that one will be fouled off, and we'll go to 2-2. Stay at 2-2 now. Off the back-to-back foul balls from Cameron. He'll find contact on that one. Hit right up, scoop from the shortstop, fired to first. There in time for the out. The play to third. Tag cannot be applied. They just missed the double play as the Colts tried to make it happen. 2 down, 1 to go here for the Colts. As Weston will advance
Now
himself to
batting
third, a base hit
number
away.
77, Natalia DeYoung.
As Natalia will step up to the plate. An opportunity to get herself an RBI with a base hit. We'll see if she can make it happen. Well, pitch number 1 from Ben. Fires that one in there for ball number 1. So we'll start this count off 1-0 for Natalia. DeYoung gonna foul that one off, so she'll pick up her strike number 1 as she couldn't find that one in fair territory. We'll split the first 2 pitches 1-1. For Ben, who is trying to end this game, there's 2 strikes. Out number 3 would officially win it for the Colts. This one fired in there, down in the dirt, gets it away. Weston gonna make the decision, not gonna go home as he looked like he maybe took a couple steps towards it. At the end of the day, makes the decision to stay safe and sound at third base. Ben fires off the plate for a ball. So 2-2. An opportunity for Ben to win the game with a punch out. Canny delivery takes a long look at Weston over at first. Focuses back up on DeYoung. Fires the pitch off the plate, gets away from the catcher. Now Weston's going to come home. The throw to home plate. Not there in time. Weston is safe at home plate, in the Braves add a run to the tally. Off a great steal there from Weston as that one got free from the catcher. And so DeYoung now, moments ago, had a runner at third, now has nobody on base. So she's going to have to get, if she wants more offense started, she'll have to get it started himself. Full count, payoff pitch. Ball number 4. As Natalia will take over to first base now.
Now batting number 4, Bobby Phillips.
So Bobby Phillips will take to the plate here. We'll see what Phillips can do. With the runner over at first, going to look to advance her into advanced scoring position. Pitch number 1 delivered. Bobby's going to fire that one just off the first base line into the fan section. So he'll take strike number 1 with contact and start this count off 0-1. Swung on and missed again. Strike number 2. So Ben Unsworth will go up in the count 0-2 early and look to end the game with strike number 3. Bobby going to have to foul anything over the strike zone to stay in it. Pitch delivered from Unsworth. Good contact there from Phillips to stay in on an 0-2 count. Exactly what he needed.
Do you want another one before
Any change in the score?
6-4? Top of the fifth.
Top
My
of
brother
5?
will.
Yeah.
My brother and dad will go valleys.
And so an 0-2 pitch incoming. Ben, still an opportunity to end the game. Fires, swung on and missed from Phillips. Strike number 3, and that will do it. The Colts win it 26-2 over the Brockville Braves
Final
and are
score,
your District 7
Kingston 26,
champions.
Brockville 2. Congratulations, guys.
Of a great game. The Colts so high scoring though and are able to get the win. Commandingly, they take the first game yesterday 20-2. This one 26-2. No lack of offense on the Colts side. We'll see the handshake line come through. Before
Yo! Colts! On the line! Needs a microphone.
And so I believe we'll have a ceremony for the winning team, and we'll hear claps all around in just
Hi,
moments
everyone.
time.
Just wanted to take a quick second to say thank
As we
you
hear
to both
words from
teams,
Tori,
Brockville for making
the
drive to
president
Kingston
here at
2 days
KBA.
in a row for 2 great games. Also want to take a quick second to say thank you to the umpires, both games. They did a great job. And to all the volunteers that have kept the field in great shape. Please join me in saying congratulations to the District 7 champions, the Kingston Colts.
Couple players from the Colts, please.
And so they'll pick up the District 7 banner for a picture, and that will do it. The Colts are your District 7 champions, and they'll believe that will advance them to provincials. And so I'm going to try not to get in this photo, but that will do it.
Hey, Maddie. Maddie. Get a group photo too, eh? Both teams.
And so that will do it for the District 7 championship. Only 2 games needed, a sweep for the Colts. They won it 20-2 first game, and then 26-2 here in game number 2. That will do it. Thank you for joining us all game long. The Colts win this one demandingly 26-2. I've been Jacob Ewing all game long. Thank you for watching.